What's up, jobbers, and welcome to the latest edition of the Jobber Knocker podcast. As always, Nestlemania alongside for the Rising Man that was super excited to see the Knicks finally win the NBA championship. JC.
I like their players. Don't like their fans.
What about Danhausen? If he's on the bus, that's pretty
Well,
cool.
I mean, Danhausen pretty much won it for him. They lost one game since he uncursed them.
And that
one game, and it was because Donald Trump was there.
I know.
So, not even the curse could stop that. So,
but other than that, almost perfect. So,
yeah,
pretty amazing. Anyway, we've got a lot to talk about this week. We got wrestling to talk about here. JC is what we do on the podcast mostly.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I mean, we could throw a fucking curveball and start talking about UFC if you want, but I don't know if that'd be really good for me, considering I don't know anybody by name.
Yeah, but we don't need to talk about the birthday boy. So
that's fine. Anyway, we usually start the show in the Shine. So
we do always in the Shine, Nestlemania, and I'm going to start. I have a couple things here on SmackDown that I really liked.
Ooh,
but there was one promo. Continuing, I said last week that I've really been enjoying this Sami Zayn character. I feel like I finally have something to like chew on here a little bit and like enjoy because they're finally letting him like be booed and an asshole like they want him to be. And this segment with Cody, man, this is a superb segment. Like Cody is like the perfect guy to bring this character around. They have the big title match next week with Gunther. Obviously, them going back and forth here and getting frustrated with each other, and Sammy walking out on him and Cody being pissed off at him is leading to Sammy being the special guest referee next week in that match. So, there's going to be some shenanigans in that one. But I thought this promo and this was very well done. I mean, Cody does what Cody does. And the Sammy character, I really am enjoying it, truthfully.
Can I ask a question?
No. Yes.
Okay. That was more of a rhetorical. But do you think Sami Zayn's character now is better / more likely to win the championship than the Sami Uso character that was red fucking hot?
Yeah, because Roman Reigns was the champion and Sammy's a babyface. We've always said when Sammy breaks through, it'll probably be as a heel or it'll be a run as a heel to get him there, and then he'll turn babyface when he wins. Like, you know what I mean? It's always felt that way with Sammy. And we're seeing the same thing with another guy that the only way he's probably going to get there is if they ever turn that motherfucker, unless they finally give him Money in the Bank. Yeah. But yeah, this storyline with Cody is how they do it. And that's why he has to be a heel, because it works better with Cody than it would have worked with Roman.
Okay. I'm just curious. I really, really am serious. I mean, I thought it was a fire promo. I love that they're building Cody and Sammy a lot. I love the slap for slap. I love that they had a second segment later on with all this saying he's hysterical after he was named the referee. And he's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I guess I'm too emotional. Like, I fully expect, spoiler alert, I fully expect Sami Zayn to count the 3 and Cody will win anyway and be like, see, I am the last good guy. And then they keep going on and on and on. But like, when I watched this and I thought to myself, Sami Zayn has this feeling when I watch him, and I've heard Kevin Owens say this, even though Kevin Owens is one of his best friends. He's like, there's something about him that's incredibly annoying.
Yes.
And it does like radiate off of him when he's there. Like, he's very much like high energy. And so that can get annoying. So when I watch him, I'm like, oh no, like this feels more attuned to the person, not just the character. Like they say, up to 11. I think this is closer to the human being than the guy who's dancing and being like, I'm a little loosey. Like, I kind of tend to think that I think you're right that this is the best version of Sami Zayn because there's so many more things you can do with it. And I think that's important if you're going to be a world champion, even if it's for a day, a month, a couple months, which I do believe that probably is where we're headed. It is interesting to me because I think he's just got a lot of layers that he can then play off of. And I think that'd be really interesting going forward.
Yeah, for sure. This has the makings of a very, 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 very good story. But Nestlemania, you know what else I liked? Much like Jacob Fatu, I showed up to SmackDown to talk and see one man. Solo! Where you at? Solo! I love this interaction, and because it makes sense. Like Roman clearly is trying to get all the family together. We saw it. That's why he has Jacob. He beat him into submission. He got it. So it makes sense he would want his original enforcer, Mr. Solo Sokoa, back in the fold. But Solo, I love that he called it a doghouse. And the line that got me, and this is why I love Solo, because obviously he's very funny. They go a little hokey with him sometimes, but him being like, he wants me, tell him to come get me. And I was like, that's the badass Solo I'm talking about. So I am looking forward to that future. Like eventually when we get there, it's obviously being slow played. He's going to be lurking around this stuff with Jacob and everything, but this is just, I want to see it. It's one of the more interesting things they're doing in this Bloodline universe right now, where it's mostly just, it's tough, man. It's tough. But I really enjoyed this promo from Solo because he dropped the truth bombs all over Jacob, and Jacob knows, but Jacob's got to do what Jacob's got to do because he lost.
I did write in my description here of the Solo Jacob promo, I said, it makes you feel like you're watching a movie. There was a moment in there where they were just like, I ain't going back. He can't come. Like, it was one of those things where I felt like it was like a guy who had got out of a gang trying to fucking figure out his fucking life. And the gang comes back and be like, forever, for life. That's what we do. And he was like, nah, man, like I've done my own fucking thing. Even if he's wrong, even if he's technically the bad guy, he just had such an era about him and then he had a second segment, I believe, with Hobbs.
Yeah.
And like, yo, like, I'm not trying to tell you like to join me. I'm just trying to make sure you don't get fucked over.
Yeah. So like, the man you call a brother Jacob, look what he's doing.
Right. So. And that's important going forward because it helps, because I feel like Hobbs eventually will join him. And I am curious because I don't know if you said it. I'm going to give you credit, even though I don't know. Maybe it's just because my brain hurts. But it does feel like we're getting Solo versus the Bloodline at War Games. It feels that way.
Oh, yeah. No, I said that. I was half joking, but I was half serious.
But then also, like, this is heat for me, but like we'll talk about it later. There is very much a feeling of we are going to get Vision versus Unvisioned somewhere in the War Games as well. Like it feels like we're not going to do women this year. We're just going to have 2 men teams, which I think is a crime, but maybe I'm wrong. But we can get down that point later on when we talk about other things that suck. We're talking about good things here. I gotta say very quickly, I'm probably saying this way too far into the show, but God damn it. I was sitting there and JC, I know you're going to love this anyway, but immediately I popped, just fucking immediately, when Danhausen and the Miz, Zombie Miz.
That was where I was going next.
Okay. I cannot for the life of me understand how this continues, but because we're here and we haven't done it in a while, I'm doing this if I can find it for you, but
when my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut.
When I heard that, I was just like, he's doing all of his old bits and he's a zombie and he's fried and he's got the fucking streak and the hoorah and like does the fucking chick magnet thing. And I was just like, it would be so fucking funny to me if this is him for a little bit until and then
Kit's going to be joining him because the same thing happened to Kit.
But it'd be so funny if like people are zombified in some way and like they're just like under the spell or curse of Danhausen. It would be fucking hysterical because like you can see the Miz putting on the fucking makeup and be Mizhausen. You can see Kit Wilson being Kithausen. Like you can see this happening in a way that you're just like, what the fuck am I watching? But it's so funny. And I just thought, you must have fucking loved this.
Oh yeah, this was fantastic. It did like Miz is great. Kit did well. And Danhausen, just like everything he does, it like the guy, I'm just waiting for a moment to be like, oh, he's overacting, but it just doesn't happen. Like no matter what he does, it fucking works. Like even on Monday with Liv, I thought that segment was fucking hilarious as well. She's like trying to do all the things. And it's like, no, it literally doesn't work on Danhausen because he rather play with his teeth, you know?
Right. I actually tweeted out, I think he was thinking about baseball and cold showers. Yeah. No, he was not, because he was not going to be seduced by her, but it was just so funny. And
I hope you paid for that.
I'd like some money. I want to be in your music video. I want to be on posters. Like it was so funny. He gets it, and I think he's just feeling it, and I think that's wonderful. And he doesn't have to do much. He doesn't.
I mean, riding that Knicks wave just made it even better. But like he's just been on fire since the debut. He's been on absolute fire.
It's crazy to me that this is continuing, but here we are. I just want to see more Danhausen. I cannot believe it. Something else that I thought was fun until it got fucking kiboshed at the end was watching your boy, the OG versus Austin Theory. I thought that was a good match because I like the OG. Then the spear out of nowhere had me all boned up. I was like, that was fucking dope. So, and then of course, everything afterwards, we can talk about that later. But I just think that I really am watching Javon Evans, and the promo he had was very strong, which you can say in the ring, that boy is bouncy and everybody likes him, and that's wonderful. But he's really coming into his own as I'm becoming more of not just a fan of like, watch the incredible things he can do. But boy, when he's in that ring, we all know he's going to have fun. But when he can cut a promo, I think you said it when we first started talking about him, but he has this very feeling of authenticity. He feels very like that's him. There's no character. That's just him as a person. And it gravitates and you can feel it. Like you get pulled in by him because he's so real. And like, he's going to make mistakes. He's going to fuck up. He's young, but he's fun to watch. And I just feel like the dude's hitting his stride. And I mean, I'll be curious to see what happens against Jey Uso, but you never know.
I think, unfortunately, like we saw on Monday with Logan Paul trying to get him to get into the bloodline and being like, you have to. My guess is they're going to get a little involved in that match. And Jey Uso, by hook or by crook again, is going to advance. And then we'll see what happens when Brock Lesnar shows up and Jey Uso fucking wins King of the Ring. I had a feeling it was going to be him or LA Knight, whoever came out of that match. And gross.
Maybe it's Oba. Maybe they're just going to steamroll it the right way.
And then Brock's screwing him at SummerSlam then. But I feel like Brock's going to be wrestling in his hometown, not attacking. So, but I mean, Oba pretty much said in his promo to close the show, he's like, I expected you to come tonight, you pussy. It's like, yeah, no, that pussy's showing up for the giant payday in Saudi, and he's going to fucking cuck your ass. And shitty old Jey Uso is going to fucking waltz his way to another easy win because of bullshit. Solo helped him in the Fatal 4-Way. He's going to be helped this week, and he's going to be helped there. So he's going to back his way in, and that's how you make him a heel.
I don't love that. I'll be honest. I really don't love that.
Yeah, and apparently it's going to be Cody Jay at SummerSlam because you're not doing Jay Roman. So,
I mean, we have so many other things that we could be doing, in my opinion. But whatever.
Yeah. Jey Uso would probably be at the bottom of the list of challengers for Cody, but oh well. That's what they want to do.
Anything else you thought was positive?
Yes, I did. I thought that the women's match on SmackDown, especially that Fatal 4-Way, was a fucking banger. Do I love Charlotte winning? Whatever. It is called Queen of the Ring, but that match was a lot of fun to watch.
I don't know. I mean, look, I don't mind that Charlotte wins because she's never done it, and I think she's having a lot of fun, so I'm cool with it. And honestly, I mean,
I don't know if she's gonna win.
I mean, it's her and Liv, right? Is that what we got left?
No, Charlotte and Liv on Friday, and the winner faces Io in the championship.
Io, that's right. Io won. That was a good match too, but I just feel like there's something about Io that feels like she's lost. I think Io and Rhea really fucked each other over in terms of being a fucking tag team for so long. But so I mean, I still love Io in the ring, but I'm just not as excited to see Io, and I feel like it's gonna take me a while to get back into it.
Io's gonna win because I think it's gonna be Io Rhea. Ooh.
Well, there's if you listen to the dirties, they're saying that Rhea's actually hurt. We'll see after that.
She is, but SummerSlam's not till literally the end of August. That is over 2 months away. So
great. So that she's not going to defend it. Wonderful.
Yeah. Well,
wonderful.
Yeah. Neither woman. So that's probably why they're not doing the woman-on-woman match. Probably why they put Liv in this, because then they can have like Roxy fuck up in Saudi or something.
Maybe.
But also like Liv. Remember, Liv always wrestles in Saudi, so. If Charlotte beat her, that would be a huge upset because Liv's been like she's wrestled at pretty much almost every Saudi event. It's because she's so fucking over there. Like she is everywhere. But
fair enough. Fair enough. Anything else?
Yeah, and Raw, Oba beat Dom. He's going to the finals. We love that. We love Oba. Not much to say there. But Nestlemania, The one, the only Chad Gable return to the ring. Took on my boy Rusev. They've had banners before. They had banners again. This is a fun match. If it felt, they really built it up there at the end, and Gable gets Rusev to tap out. Ethan Page immediately comes in, and out comes the future of Lucha Libre alongside Rey Mysterio, and they make the save and yada yada. Chad's accepted back. They hug. They make out. But when I watch Gable and Rusev wrestle, that'll be in the Shine. With Ethan Page is on my TV, that's in the Shine. So there you go.
It was a fun match. They are really pushing Gable with angle slams and angle locks. It is what it is. I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting because I feel like we talked about it last week. Let's see where they go with it, because this is now or never, and we need this to happen. So let's fucking get going on it. That's just my thought.
They teased he walked by Maxine too as well. So you know that Otis apology is coming soon too. So Otis and Tozawa.
Yeah, I know. I just feel like there's a lot going on in the stratosphere of everything going on, and especially on Raw. Raw feels very much like there's so many moving parts that I just can't. It just feels like everybody's connected to everybody, and I don't like it sometimes. It just doesn't but it is what it is. I think there was something else I was going to tell you, but I forget now. Oh well, it is what it is. Anything else, or you want to move into the heat? Get him off my TV, get him off my TV, get him off my TV. I mean, it's the name of the podcast this week. Solo was doing good things, but the rest of the bloodline, in my opinion.
Yeah, you noticed I didn't connect the dots.
Wow. Like, so here's the thing. On its own, I get it. I don't mind it because I have a hope about it. But I get what they're doing with Jacob. It's fascinating. I like it. What I find bizarre is that there's nothing for Roman to do. That's if he's the OTC and he's got other people fighting his battles for him. We don't have a clear-cut winner here because let's just say King of the Ring happens, right? Let's just go with JC's theory that Oba gets fucking crumbled by Brock Lesnar. Jay gets the fucking easy dub. Jay goes to Cody. Okay, great. Now what?
Seth Rollins.
Okay, I'm glad you brought that up because at the end of the night, there's a Roman Reigns and Jacob. Like, I understand you, and as long as you understand me, we'll be cool. Then he hugs him. He says, I got one more thing left to do. I think that I heard Seth Rollins in that muttering, personally. I would think that Jacob Fatu is going to fuck over Seth Rollins in that cage match. And Braun's going to go on to do bigger, better things.
Be a tag team champion?
Sure. But or he's going to win.
Unless if they lose those on Monday, it's possible.
Maybe. But they're going to I feel like if that's the logical leap here, I guess we could say, if we're going to have Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns at SummerSlam, which you said was a marquee match. The easiest
it feels like night 2 main event because Cody J isn't fucking a night 2 main event.
No, I know. You're absolutely right.
Unless if Brock Opa is a main event.
It wouldn't be bad, but it won't be long. That's the problem. And then usually in their main events, they want to have a little bit more.
Sometimes that's the perfect length. Opa Brock, I think a lot of people would be very satisfied with that.
Well, listen, I don't need to know about your sexual conquest if they have the Oba Lesnar length.
You're the one making comparison. I'm just talking about the match of the year.
You're saying about satisfying. That's all you're saying.
Yeah, the match of the year.
That's fine.
It doesn't have to be a fucking.
You were making an innuendo.
It doesn't have to be a 30-minute Johnny Gargano. I can't come fest.
Listen.
No one wants to be fucking like we got dipsy doodled on for fucking hours. Okay?
Listen to me. Listen, I'm right there with you. I don't want a dipsy doodle.
Nobody does.
Nobody wants to piddle paddle.
Yeah,
nobody wants to dink and tong
for a good amount of time, not a long time.
No, but some people will say, "Oh, I want an hour. Give me a break."
No one says that. No one wants an Iron Man match. The fuck? You know how fucking uncomfortable all your parts are gonna be when you're done?
Are we talking about the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Since you said his name, we might as well put him in the heat. Right?
Who'd I say?
You said, yeah.
Oh, LA Knight. This motherfucker can't get away from the bloodline.
It's like he's Velcro and it's just stuck. Like
It's
it's
like
just,
5 years. His whole career has been feuding with the bloodline.
I don't know. It just I don't know. It just I can't. I mean, it's one thing. Here's the thing. It's one thing for Jacob to do his thing and kill Eric Andre and Roman Reigns gonna fucking do all his shit, and I get that. I only acknowledge you. I don't acknowledge the twins, whatever. Then fucking the LA Knight thing happened. Oh, there's another thing too. I want to before we get to the LA Knight thing. We didn't get to this point because we're in the fucking bloodline universe anyway. Did you feel a little bit odd about the comment about okay, we're gonna acknowledge Big Jim here? Like, it felt so bizarre to me, like so out of right and left field. I didn't understand it. It was just like such a throwaway. It felt like we're just gonna give him a little bit of a fucking round of applause here. And it's like, because he's a fucking clubhouse guy. Like, that's exactly what it is. It's like Jay can do whatever he wants. Jacob can do whatever he wants, but fucking Big Jim's just here to put smiles on people's faces. Like, that's it. And it's just like
the voice of reason.
It's stupid. It's fucking stupid. But anyway, we get to LA Knight.
Yeah.
And clearly Big Jim's got a fucking problem. He says, I'm going to fucking take care of it. Big Jim's trying to be the voice of reason, as JC says. Jimmy doing the best he can. Jay comes out as hot as he can be. And they all bitch and they complain about it. And here comes fucking whatever. And he's a hothead. This is the part that I thought was odd. He wanted LA Knight to acknowledge him. And of course, they gets into a fucking fight, shoving match. And then out comes Big Jacob to fucking kill everyone and show up and show out. So it's just like, I get it. There's a lot of moving parts here, but it just feels like, okay, we're dealing with fucking so many things here. It just feels like too many segments of the OTC, too many USO segments. I personally feel like it's not advancing it as much as I'd like.
Well, it's literally he's been feuding them forever. I mean, there is a chance that it's not set there on SummerSlam. This is the other answer. It's LA Knight, but I feel like this will come at like a Saturday Night Main Event or whatever else is in between SummerSlam, because there is going to be a chunk of time afterwards where they have plenty of time to build. But I just don't. Are we just going to watch LA Knight and Fatu fight at SummerSlam? Is that what's like? I don't know. It's just not inspiring. Like I think we agree there. It's just not inspiring. I don't necessarily think anyone's doing a bad job beside Roman. His work feels very lazy, but I think everyone else like is doing a good job. I just don't care. Yeah, I don't care.
I think it's either very difficult or very lazy to think that you can continue doing something like this with a fresh coat of paint and think that we're all going to buy it. I mean, I know that we're probably a vocal minority, but I think that also you can tell that it's the summertime when they don't really try their hardest because there's other, factors at play. But I don't really understand it. I thought the bloodline the first time was great. It ran its course. Cody had the fucking big to do, and that was wonderful. But I certainly don't believe. Here's my thought. I think if we had left it with Cody winning and never saw the bloodline again, it would have been great.
Yeah.
But we live in America and we go and do things and we're gluttons and we want to use it till it fucking the wheels fall off. And I don't know. I just can't deal with it.
I said it before and I say it again. I don't think Roman knows how to be another character now. And that's the problem. And the Usos just got dragged into it. And now they've dragged Jacob into it. But again, at least Jacob's a fresh piece, but it's just like, I don't know. Uninspiring, Adam.
Who the fuck is Adam? Anyway, let's move on. Just because we're the vocal minority doesn't mean we're wrong. I agree with you, Joe, but the people that are making decisions are not going to listen to us, right? Like
they would be terrible at their jobs if they did.
Right. They look at where the money goes, right? Like to me, this is the biggest problem I have with watching TKO stuff in general. And it's a tried and true method, so they're right and I'm wrong, but like they look at it like a line item. We know Cody Rhodes sells. We know Roman Reigns sells. We know fucking CM Punk sells. Rhea Ripley. Like they just know what sells. They put them in there, and that's where they build their storylines around. And they'll take chances on people. Like clearly, Obafemi is a fucking stud. That's just like
it's a home run.
I mean, you can't. If you fuck that up, what are you doing? I mean, Brock Lesnar's, Brock Lesnar. And then, like, this is going to sound stupid coming from me, obviously. What they're doing is very safe. It's not wrong. It's just safe. And I think as fans, we want new and we want exciting, which is why when we see the Obas of the world and the OGs of the world, we get excited. But we're not getting enough new. We're not. And I think
I'd say right now that's tough because we just had a million call-ups. So
sure
we are, but just like it's the main event isn't fresh. That's
No.
the problem with Raw. And it hasn't been fresh because Punk did a nice job, but it was a lot of the same challengers. Then we get to Roman, and it's just like, oh boy. It just, to me, like Raw's the problem. SmackDown's too long. That's why it's going to be shortened soon. But there's things I enjoy on SmackDown. On Raw, it's literally the Intercontinental picture with like Rusev and Ethan Page and the Gable stuff, and then it's Oba Femi.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond that, it's hit or miss most weeks.
I don't know. The Cena era was safe also. Now, look, I tend to agree with you, Joe, but I think they also looked at Cena and thought, we got to ride this fucking wave because we can't find anybody else. And I think Cena is the safe pick because he showed up and kept doing his job. And no one else could do their job better than John Cena. And it was very apparent, especially in those early years when Roman was trying to be the guy. That's just my opinion. But I don't disagree with how Roman has been at the OTC stuff. I just feel like Cena is a perfect example of, unless you can outwork me, you're not going to take my spot. And nobody could outwork him. So it is what it is. Anything else you had that was heaty?
I mean, they were like some women tags match that I don't give a shit about, but there's not much to say there.
Okay. By the way, Tiffany and Chelsea, that tag team makes me laugh, but Tiffany got like almost crickets, and then out comes Chelsea, fucking massive pop.
It works together.
Yes.
It works.
It works. It's gonna work too.
Yeah,
but
Chelsea will make her better.
Yeah. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything here. You talked about a bunch of stuff. You know what's funny? In the last couple of weeks, it's felt like we haven't talked about Trick Williams a lot.
They've been kind of just treading water because right now it's more about Mello and Ricky.
Right.
They're figuring that out. And that's one of the things booked for next week.
Mm.
I don't remember where SmackDown is, but I know Raw is in like London or somewhere in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming SmackDown's that general vicinity as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, you can tell by the way they booked the Raw card. It's like that. But yeah, SmackDown's fucking loaded. Like it is a huge card, and one of them is Carmelo Ricky. So I think it's just with Trick, like his stuff is still entertaining. He comes out, I watch, I laugh, I enjoy him, but it's not about him right now. So he's just kind of treading water.
Okay. Shall we get hopeful?
Glorious, you're my only hope in Nestlemania. I'm gonna go first because I came up with a hope. Because when I said it earlier, I was like, yeah. So do you remember when the Street Profits first won the tag titles? Where they won them?
London.
Yeah, and it was fucking awesome. And they're somewhere, I don't know if they're in London, but they're somewhere in England, which is why the women's will be fun too, because it has Paige and Lyra, and then obviously Bailey anytime in England, and then Brie has to be there. But it's like, you know what? They might break up the Street Profits. They could. Or they could have them win the tag title so Braun Breaker doesn't have to be a tag team champion. I don't want Braun Breaker to be a tag team champion. So have them lose. Have the Street Profits win and try to build the division and let Braun Breaker be fucking one of the faces of Raw that he needs to be to save that show. He can't be on a tag team. Don't waste it. Don't fucking waste it. So that's my hope. It's pretty fucking simple. Street Profits win the tag titles on Monday, baby. Hashtag JC's hopes come true. Hashtag JC knows. Hashtag get that fucking stupid belt off Braun.
Fair enough. My hope is going to go back to the bloodline. I know it's not great, but here we are. The one thing I was interested in, and the one thing that really sticks with me, JC, is the ability of Roman Reigns letting Jacob Fatu just kill motherfuckers. I really like that. I think the one thing I would say, and this is probably out of bounds, but I'll say it. I don't think the Usos were really like scary in terms of being Roman's lapdogs and bitches. I thought Solo was a good enforcer, but he didn't feel super scary to me. He just felt like he was kind of there and like a big boy. But man, Jacob Fatu is going to kill some people. He's going to murder some people. And that to me is going to be fucking awesome. So much that I realized when I was watching on Monday, and he said, I acknowledge you. I don't acknowledge the twins. You know what's going to happen here, JC? Is we're going to get to a point where at some point Roman's not going to show up and he's going to start putting Jacob in charge of the twins.
That would be funny.
And then there's going to be a different dynamic in which they're not going to want to take orders from Jacob, even though Jacob is saying these are orders from the OTC. And then we're going to go back to the fucking problem that we normally get into the fucking vortex that is the bloodline, where we're going to have Jacob and Roman against the fucking Usos. And we're going to play that fucking card all over again. But I do believe that Jacob is going to be the real right-hand man, and we're going to have some fucking schism here between Jay and Jacob, and it's going to be massive. It's going to be a lot of fun. But I think that Jay's going to... That's how you get Jay and Jimmy back to being a babyface, and those two would probably end up being more heelish. That's what I would think if I was booking this, because it just feels different in the bloodline. Like, we haven't really seen that in terms of, like, having somebody jump you in terms of the order and the pecking order. I think that'd be interesting. So there you go. That's my hope.
The only way this is interesting for me is if Jacob Fatu is the one to beat Roman Reigns for the title.
Okay.
If not, what the fuck are we doing? But that's my opinion.
He's saying Bronson Reed is coming back nearly from that tear, and Steiner won't have a tag partner with theory much longer.
Yeah, but you still got to take the titles off him, because they're not just going to be like, Bronson's going to be like, here, Bronson. And plus also, they just got to do it. They got to do it, because with the Street Profits, they either break up or they win the titles on Monday. Enough is enough.
Okay. Fair enough.
Don't call it a comeback, Nestlemania. I'm going to SmackDown, because there's one man that I love to watch wrestling. And unlike his brother, he just hasn't able to find his footing on the main roster in WWE. That's Ray Phoenix, but he had an absolute banger with Axiom on SmackDown. That's what you do with this guy. You just let him wrestle. He's special. Because I remember when he was in AEW, it's one of those things. Penta catches your eye. Penta's cool, whatever this. But then you start watching the wrestling, and you're like, dude, Phoenix, there's not too many wrestlers I'd rather watch wrestle than Phoenix. He's smooth. He's quick. He's fast. Everything he does is just so crisp. And it was nice to see him in the ring. So I hope this is a start of something for him. I think he deserves it. We're getting those Lucha Brothers eventually, but until then, we gotta get Phoenix going a little bit here. But this was a good start with the match with Axiom.
So I was going to give my comeback to Dawkins, and then something definitely hit me in the fucking head, and I went, wait a minute, I should give this person my comeback in general. Logan Paul came back with a fucking brace on his arm and was talking shit to Javon Evans and trying to get him into the Vision. That was very interesting to me. It was different because I was like, oh, Docs looks good. I'm excited Dawkins is going to do your thing. But you kind of made a whole point about the Street Profits, so I feel like it just felt like I was repeating myself. Or repeating you. But Logan Paul still being around, talking all the time, it's going to be great. I think if he's willing to put in the work and not have to wrestle, he still gets fucking heat. He's still a fucking annoying little shit. And he's going to do whatever he's got to do to get everything done. And I don't think Javon Evans will ever be part of the Vision. Please don't do that to him. But I love that Logan Paul is able to get egg on his face. I love that he's able to look stupid. I think he plays his job incredibly well. And I kind of missed him. I'll be honest. I kind of fucking missed him. And I feel like the Vision, especially this past week, I can't remember. Now I'm going to have to go to my notes. I can't remember the last time I saw Heyman.
Well, they wrote him off with the Seth stuff, didn't they? They'd Seth beat him up.
I don't know.
I feel like they had Seth beat him up, so that's why. But that's why I think having Logan is important, because if not, you just got a little theory running around by himself, and no one wants to watch that. But yeah, no, this makes sense. And I mean, Logan and Javon, like the second Javon got called up, you're like, that match is happening. That match is going to be fun because they're going to do stupid shit and bounce around. So yeah, I'm not surprised that Javon is going to be sucked into the Vision vortex.
Also, what the fuck happened to Joe Hendry?
I forgot about him until you said that. He's hanging out with Jordan Grace, not wrestling.
I mean,
who's been healthy for a while. I double checked that because she did have an injury, but she's been good to go for a while. At least Blake's getting promos.
Yeah, that's true. But she feels like she's never, ever, ever, ever gonna do anything.
She will.
So Okay. Fine enough.
Yeah.
Should we go to big old finish?
Big old finish WrestleMania we talked about is a big week in wrestling. SmackDown is absolutely loaded. We have the before mentioned Javon Evans versus Jey Uso and King of the Ring. We're both taking Jey Uso.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me. We both have Liv and Charlotte, in the Queen of the Ring. I am taking Liv. Who you got?
I'm going to pick Charlotte. I don't feel good about it, though.
Interesting. Charlotte EO. Could happen. We have Truth and Damian Priest defending their tag team titles against the MFT. I would love the MFT to win here, but I have a feeling it's going to be Truth and Priest by help of Hobbs.
I really don't like this at all. I feel like this tag team sucks. So
which one?
I don't know. I feel like the MFT at the very least, it makes a little bit more sense.
They're both Tongas.
Sure.
Tama and Tala.
I like Priest a lot. I like Truth a lot. I just don't like that they're a tag team.
Yeah, the whole purpose of them was so they could feud with like the Miz and Kit, and they did it immediately, and now they just stopped. So it's like, okay, so let's have them feud with Solo forever. But Royce Keys is an added element here to watch, so I'm sure this could just be nonsense as well. But yeah, we'll see. I think we both think the titles are not changing hands though. But in Nestlemania, we have a number one contender match. The aforementioned Carmelo Hayes taking on Ricky Saints. It feels like Ricky Saints is going to win this somehow. And Trick's going to play baby, and they're going to make Melo work for it a little more.
Okay. I don't think Melo needs to be anywhere near Trick, so we're fine. I think Ricky's just being fed to him anyway, so all this means nothing.
Well, I think Melo and Trick is a SummerSlam match, but that would mean Ricky gets the first ups here and gives Trick a dub.
Okay.
And Nestlemania, we have the main event. Special guest referee, Sami Zayn. The WWE Championship, Cody Rhodes defends against the Ring General, Gunther.
I would love to see Gunther win here. I think it's definitely... I'm going to say something that I feel like isn't out of pocket here, but you're going to be butthurt about. I feel like it's not Cody's fault because Cody can always over-deliver. But I feel like the WWE creative team is not doing the best work for Cody.
Yeah, because nobody cares. He's over when he goes out there. Like literally nobody. Everyone loves Cody. It doesn't matter. They don't have to try. But he's also feuding with the guy that just fucking retired everyone. So I don't know. And the stuff with Sammy is intriguing. I think this is some of the better stuff they've had for him, definitely since WrestleMania for sure. But this here's the problem with Gunther winning WrestleMania. We're not doing Gunther Jey Uso again. Fucking kidding me? Mm-hmm. It's Cody. It's gonna be Cody. You said it with Sami Zayn. They're gonna continue that. They're gonna be in each other's face, but then he's gonna count for Cody and whatever because it'll continue the gimmick, like you said, and kick this down the road. It's a weird spot for Gunther because then I feel like now we're at the point, and then we get to WrestleMania, like it was at WrestleMania. It's like running out of dance partners for the Ring General. Mm-hmm. So that will be interesting to see how they pivot for that.
I think the problem they're running into, at least for me when I'm watching, and it's a good problem to have sometimes, but I think this is the downside of all these things, is they're building so many people, male and female, that their identities are so ingrained with being champions that it's almost hard to not see them in the title picture all the time. The Gunthers, the Charlottes, the Rheas. We could go on and on and on and on. I'm sure Oba, when he finally gets there. Brock Lesnar is his own attraction, of course, but there's just people who just feel like notoriously when they're in there, like you just stated, they need to be in a title fight to feel like they're doing something of our value as fans, as viewers.
Yeah, but that always happens. That's why you had Rhea and Io in a tag team because you were keeping them. You know what I mean? It just is what it's a good problem to have. But yeah, not everything's going to be good all at once. But at least this is some of the more interesting stuff that they have had for these guys because we've been complaining about Sammy nonstop, and they found a way to make this work. But yeah, the Gunther after this will be interesting because I don't know what he's doing. Is he fighting CM Punk?
Ooh,
because CM Punk needs a dance partner too. So that's might be where I'd go. But he's on SmackDown now. Actually, didn't they say Punk's going to SmackDown too?
So it could be Gunther. There you go.
Yeah, so there we go.
After his little whiny bitch fit, you never know.
There we go. On Raw Nestlemania, we have the 2 tag team championship bouts. We have Breaker and Theory and the Street Profits. I'm going my hope and taking the Profits.
I'm gonna go the other route and say the Vision.
You love the fucking Vision.
I love the Vision. I hope the Vision lasts longer than the Judgment Day.
Well, that might be impossible because the Judgment Day will never die. Then we have the women's tag team titles in jolly old England. Paige and Brie Mode defend against Lyra and Bailey. I think most likely scenario here is Bailey turns on Lyra, Paige and Brie retain, and finally Lyra and Bailey can re-enter the singles division.
Fair enough. You know what I thought about the other day? Man, is the SmackDown women's division just fucking shit? And boy, could they use Lyra, Bailey, and others like on SmackDown. Just, I get that we have Fatal Attraction, sure, but JC Jane feels like completely unnecessary at this moment.
She'll probably take that title off Tiffy.
Oh, I know, but it's just like her introduction was badass going after the women's title.
Yeah, they've done that a lot with the women's in their debuts. They do it that and they knock them down. The same thing with Jordan Grace. So
okay. Lovely.
They did it with Soul too. She went right after Liv. Like it just, I feel like that's WWE's default thing for any women's division. Is they're like, yeah, new debut, go after the top woman, lose, and then we'll build you back up after. It's just what they do. But SmackDown, I mean, it's just you got that Jade group, which is a fucking mess. Rhea hurt, like you said. Charlotte and Alexa are still there in a tag team somehow, but not in a tag team because the rest, I don't know. It's just, it is a mess. They have the horses. It's just a mess. Like the divisions they can't write for the most, besides ignoring the tag division completely, as they continue to struggle writing for women's wrestling. So,
and how shall we talk about AEW?
If we must.
You seem a little itchy. Is your beard itchy?
No, I shaved last night.
Well, it looks symmetrical.
Thank you.
That's good.
I try.
I
Not
can't
always
grow
easy.
it, so.
I fuck it up sometimes.
Yeah.
Take off a little more and then.
Do you ever get to a point where you fuck it up so bad you're like, shit, I got to go to a goatee, or shit, I got?
No, I'll just like you just fuck it up on the other side and then it'll grow back. And honestly, like I have to shave like pretty often. So
Wow.
if I fuck up on the sides, it grows. It's like fixed within a couple days. So
well,
sometimes I take a little bit too off by the ears because I want to take off a little bit and I take off chunks and it kind of. But it is what it is. I'm not a fucking.
What was all time? What was all time? I don't even know what I just did. So, all the time. What does that mean? All the time for what? I don't know what he means.
Probably AEW.
Joe's been doing yeoman's work. The only reason I know what's going on in AEW is because of Joseph, the Joe Stopper. So I appreciate Joe more than he'll ever know. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. But we'll go to AEW because why the fuck not? We've only done 44 minutes. We might as well stretch. Listen to this fucking lineup. Jesus, Joe. I don't know how you fucking do this. We've got a face-to-face with Swerve and Ospreay. Like,
I'm excited for that.
A face-to-face. Okay.
Well, they got fucking 2 more weeks, bro. So.
Oh, you fuck up shaving. That makes sense. We've got then. This is the one that I really fucking can't wait for. MJF and Mark Briscoe choose their teams for Forbidden Door Steel Cage match. And if that's not enough, then those people that they pick, JC, are going to be in a standard, thrilling, Tony Khan orgasmic extravaganza 12-man tag without the cage on Wednesday.
I fucking hate. This is why I hate AEW. This right here. This is fucking dog shit. It's like literal dog shit. Oh, I have an idea. Mark Briscoe. Let's drag out his feud with MJF because yeah, this is what we should be doing with the fucking number 1 guy on our roster is have him feud with absolute losers like Mark Briscoe, Roosh. Fuck off with this. Like, this is so dumb. And yeah, you just said it. They're giving away the fucking match before they have the match. It's the same match, just on a cage. Dumb, stupid, idiotic. Like, and there's going to be random fucking people on these teams too because it's Forbidden Door. So they're going to have fucking people from Japan and Mexico that I've never fucking heard of or wherever else they fucking decide to pull out of their ass. Dog shit. Absolute dog shit. Joe, in your recap, when you talk about this week, you should write dog shit. The end.
He says TK watches the knocker.
I hope so, because you fucking suck, Coke boy.
Wow. Here's my thing. I think Tony Khan can book a really good pay-per-view,
Yeah.
but he cannot
they have one
book
every couple months.
episodic television.
Yeah, it's terrible. This is dumb. Like, that's literally, like, that hurt my feelings. What you just read, that insulted me. That hurt my feelings.
Explain. There must be people, probably a small amount, but there must be people that are like, fuck yeah, 12-man tag. There's got to be someone.
I have a lot of jokes about someone wanting fucking 12 men in a small space, mostly naked, touching each other.
Do tell.
That's too much for a wrestling ring. Too much for anywhere.
Too much touching.
Yeah.
Thea Hale finally wrestles again to lose again.
Yeah, they put her in a speed tournament again.
Of course.
Yeah,
That would
they don't know
make
what
sense.
they don't know what to do with her.
Well, oh, whatever. Moving on. One more thing. We have your girl, Mercedes Moné, taking on Azuki.
I don't know who that is, but
Joe?
Mercedes is gonna win.
Well, clearly.
It's gonna be Mercedes
the Stickler.
versus Athena again, right? Isn't that what it was last year
Oh,
too?
God damn it.
Or who's
Probably.
Athena facing? Has she made the finals yet, or is she someone else?
Isn't it like
facing?
Sky Blue or something? Joe?
Yes, no, Sky
What a
Blue
contender.
lost a fucking banner to somebody on Wednesday. I don't know if it was a banner. I mean, I want a banner, but it was a long match.
That doesn't mean it's a banger. It just means you're the banger.
It's
Athena
I
versus
volunteers tribute.
who is Maya World? You know what I mean? Like,
That's who beat Sky Blue.
yes.
They said it was some big upset, and I'm like, is it? When's the last time I've seen Sky Blue win a match? Like,
I don't know.
I was like, what are we talking about? Oh, I just fucking that. At least that fucking Will Ospreay's wife isn't in the tournament still.
Well, we all know the Tickler is just gonna give the fucking belt to Mercedes, and then we're gonna be off to the fucking races, folks. Because why the fuck not?
Tekla Mercedes is a fucking banger.
Oh, it's not gonna be a bad match. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, we just gotta fucking get there.
I love
Also,
Tekla's great.
all of the fucking people who jerk off to AEW are gonna love fucking Forbidden Door because it's built around, you guessed it, Kenny fucking Omega versus Zack Sabre Jr. And feel like that match don't give a shit, especially with this Forbidden Door steel cage match. We got Tickla versus taking on the Starlight Kid. And that's the fucking slam dunk and nothing. I assume Swerve Strickland and Ospreay will be fucking amazing. But it's just like, what are we doing? I don't know. I am beyond.
What did you say?
beyond
You said
watching.
Kenny Omega and Zack Sabre Jr.
It'll be a fucking wrestle fest. It'll be a wrestle
God,
boner.
like that is just like that is a virgin wet dream right there. Oh my god, I can't tell you how much I will avoid that match. I don't want to watch that. Zack Sabre Jr. Look at great technical wrestler. You know what that means? Boring as fuck. Because if he was like a good wrestler, they'd call him a good wrestler, but they call him a good technical wrestler. It means you're boring, bro. That means you're boring, and you are. And Kenny Omega is 90 years old.
Zaba, Jr., and Omega is wrestling. Nothing wrong with that. Now listen,
Yeah.
that's like
Boring.
saying you tune into a baseball game to watch fucking baseball.
Well, some people do.
Yeah, and it's stupid. It's like fucking tuning into a fucking sport and go, cause it's there. That's what you're saying. If there's consequences, there's why people fucking love playoff hockey. There's nothing better than playoff hockey. There's nothing better than playoff basketball. Like, when it matters, when it has stakes, you care. Kenny Omega, God bless him, still wrestling with, diverticulitis and dealing with all that shit. Like, God bless him. He's still fucking amazing. But he's past his fucking prime. He's going to fucking hurt himself. He's going to do all these terrible things. And Zack Sabre Jr., you're right. Zack Sabre Jr. is like a guy who goes, I can do all this shit, but can't
Great.
fucking do things that capture my attention to keep watching.
There's a reason why both of the major companies here in America had him and didn't keep him, even though he is good. I agree. He's fucking incredible in the ring. But, like, there's a reason why he hasn't been in WWE for 10 years since the Cruiserweight Classic. There's a reason why AEW, he only shows up at Forbidden Door. It's not by accident. Because everyone else comes and stays and gets a shot.
It's a lot of sex jokes here with the comes and stays and goes.
And people can be like, he doesn't want to do that. I'm like, yeah, sure. He doesn't like money and fame. Yeah, totally.
He's just not that good. Also, where the fuck is Jay White? Is he still hurt? Guy's been gone forever.
Who?
Jay White, the Switchblade.
Yeah, I forgot
Long hair
about him.
guy? Yeah, right? He was fucking great.
It's been like years.
It
Because
feels like
the
2
Bang
years.
Bang gang.
Yeah, it feels like 2 years worth. He's been
Yeah,
gone.
what happened? I know he got hurt. I guess it was a pretty bad one.
I
When
don't
you
know.
that's why when you said it, I'm like, I kept hearing Jay Wright. I'm like, the coach of Villanova who's on
No,
TV
Jay
now.
White.
Yeah, but I like took me a minute because I'm like,
He's been gone for a long time.
yeah, and it's not like Kelly Clarkson where since you've been gone, I can't feel the first time. It's like I
Since you've
literally
been gone.
forgot about you, bro.
Witness
The
fucking
Switchblade. Maybe he'll show up at Forbidden Door. Be forbidden. Maybe he'll be there on Monday.
Maybe
on
I
Team
cursed him
MJF or
back
Team-
into wrestling. Who knows?
I could see him. I could see him on the Briscoe team. That fucking God. It's gonna have all those stupid friends in that stupid group.
Well,
Fucking Dorkasauruses.
MJF fucking hyperextended his knee, so now we're stuck dealing with this bullshit until fucking Ospreay beats him. So I don't know. What a fucking turd! Honest to God, I want this to work. I want to
Scorpio
enjoy
Sky
it.
still work there?
No, I don't think. Maybe I don't know.
I was curious because I feel like it'll be like, oh, that guy hasn't worked there, and then 4 years later it shows up on TV, and you're like, huh?
Man, they are just. This is just. I can't. I fucking can't. I don't know. Anyway, I think that's pretty much all we're talking about. Yeah.
Thank God. I gotta go watch the main event of NXT because Lola Vice and Kendall Gray are teaming together, and
All right. Well, on that note, thank you for listening and watching the Jobber Knocker podcast. We'll be back next week with some more Jobber Knockery.